Now, board of the directors has asked the finance team to answer the following question: what will be the gross working capital of the company on the cash cost basis? Now, PPW Limited want to compute its working capital required on the cash cost basis, ignoring the WIP, assuming 15% margin based on the given financial data. What will be the working capital requirement, excluding 15% margin? What is the current ratio of the PPW Limited? What is the quick ratio of the PPW excluding the margin? What will be the working capital turnover ratio based on the cash cost sales? PPW Limited is a mid-sized manufacturing company producing the household appliances for the Indian market. With the competition heating up, the company's management is becoming increasingly conscious about the liquidity management and the efficient use of the working capital. During the last financial year, the company recorded the annual sales of राम साहब आज कैसे जल्दी आ गया अब तक तो आते रहे पेशेंट के लिए wages is equals to 1,60,000 with the paid 1 month lag. The cash manufacturing expenses is this cash manufacturing expenses 12 lakh settled 1 month in the arrear. Now administrative expenses 3,60,000 paid with 1 month lag. Now the sales promotion expenses 1 lakh paid in monthly in the advance to agencies. The company sells its product with a gross profit margin of 20%. It sells and maintains a 2 month stock of the raw materials and the 2 month stock of the finished goods to ensure the smooth production on the timely delivery to the distributor. Further depreciation is considered part of the cost of the production, but since it does not require a cash outflow, the management wants to ignore it while assessing the cash cost basis of working capital. A minimum cash balance is 1 lakh is always written in the contingencies. Now the board of directors asks what will be the gross working capital of the company on the cash cost basis. Material is consider the following data releases. The present value of section 29 given that the NPV is equals to present value of a present value minus I and the PI is equals to present value minus interest, where PV is the present value of the future cash inflows and I is the initial investment. 100% based on the data furnished below. Which one of the following settlement is correct? Project A is recommended based on the PI criterion. Hello, Paki. I'm good. How are you? ABC Industries, a listed company, is a renowned player in the pharmaceutical sector. The company has availed the various credit facility of the banks, namely cash credit facility, term loan, working capital, demand loan, bank guarantees, and the letter of the credit. This strategic mix of the various credit facilities showcases the company's balanced approach to the leveraging and the risk management, the company has totally 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 outstanding. 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each outstanding. The company shares are traded at the premium of 20%. The company's capital yield a healthy return rate, the indicative of its operational efficiency and the market competitors. However, it operates in a high tax environment with the income tax rate of 50%, which significantly impacts its net earnings and avoidable reinvestment capital. At the beginning of the year 24-25, the company went in the reorganization of the capital structure, with the share capital remaining of the same as follow: share capital 40%, 12% preference share capital, 10% other shareholder funds, 15%, 15% term loan, 10% current liabilities. This is the term loan repayable in 5 installments. From 31st March 25, since the first installment is not yet paid, the part of the periodic review by the bank, and in the order to ensure the compliance with their internal and the regulatory requirements, the bank requested the company to furnish the financial soundness report duly certified by your chartered accountant auditor. The reporter should inter alia cover the various ratios that estimates whether the business can pay the short-term debts, measures the ability to meet the current debt immediately, measures the ability to meet the commitment of the various debt services like interest, installment, etc., measures the ability of the business to meet the interest obligations, measures the ability of the business to pay the preference dividend, show how many times the cash flow before the interest and taxes covers all the fixed financing charges. Uh, yes, Parky, personal manager. And the chief executive officer asked the statutory auditor to prepare a reply letter quoting the proper ratio that covers the issue raised by the bank in the format issue denominator, ideal ratio, range ratio of the company favorable address. Closing fixed asset after providing 20% depreciation constitutes 60% of the total asset. The current asset comprises the inventories. Current asset comprises inventories, advance tax, prepaid insurance, and receivables. The receivables, 1/5 of the current assets. The sales ratio. So I'm back, guys. Now let's just back. issue 13% convertible debentures for rupees 100 each. Uh, First starting with the maturity period of 6 years. In maturity, the debenture holders will have the options to convert the debentures into equity shares of the company in the ratio 1:4 the 4 shares for every each debenture. The market price of the equity share is rupees 25 as on 31st March 2024, and the growth rate at the share of the share is 6% per annum. The preference stock redeemable after 8 years at par is currently selling at 150 per share. The prevailing default risk free interest rate on 10 year। अरे पार्की तुम गलत समझी, मेरा दूसरा अकाउंट है ये। सीए कोटेड मेरा दूसरा अकाउंट है। डिफॉल्ट रिस्क फ्री interest rate on 10-year GI Treasury bonds is 6%. The average market risk premium is 8%, and the beta on the company is 1.54. The corporate cost of capital ये तो करने के लिए आज ही पढ़ा मैंने। For the corporate tax is 25%. You are required to calculate the equity share capital, preference share capital, convertible debentures, retained earnings, and the term loan. Liquidation service tonnage. अरे भाई ये मेरा खुद का अकाउंट है सीए कोटेड। वही जो तुम रखा रहा plus beta into risk Guys, do subscribe the channel. G Limited is an all-equity finance company with a market value of 25 lakh and the cost of the equity is 21%. The market value wants buyback equity share worth 5 lakh by issuing and raising 5% perpetual debt at the same amount. The rate of the tax may be taken as 30% after the capital restructuring and applying the MM model with the tax. You are required to market value of the G Limited, cost of equity, and the weighted average cost of capital issue using the market weights and the comment on it.
वही गाना हुआ उनके समझ में। अरे हमारा बच्चा सब खाए
Guys, now let's just end this session because I have to go somewhere.